Hi and welcome to another special edition of Formula Chat. And we at Formula Chat do like all forms of motor racing. So today I've come up to the Kimbolton Kart Circuit. It's a proper kart circuit for a lot of young and aspiring drivers and those who race classic karts as well. Really looking forward to getting in and seeing the action, but also having a wander around the paddock and see what we can learn about karting. Of course, karting is one of the places where all of our Formula One drivers and top level sports car drivers, touring car drivers, all start their career. You can learn loads about racecraft, lots about the setup of the vehicle, working with other people, overtaking, and really how a race meeting works. So I'm really excited to get in, see exactly what goes on here, and see what we can learn about this fantastic form of motorsports. One of the first things that grabs you is how close you can get to the circuit. I'm stood here at the first corner. I can see the karts flying towards me head on, seeing these young drivers diving in for the apex and really practicing that racecraft of slipstreaming and overtaking. Paddock access you have at events like this are absolutely superb. You get a chance to really get up close. You can really see though how professional some of these teams are. I mean, this is almost F1 world sports car type setups. It really is impressive. And the fact you can just get up, walk up, talk to some of the teams and drivers is absolutely brilliant. Standing up here, we've got an awesome vantage point for this hairpin. You can see these drivers really thrashing down the straight in the distance and heading into this corner. It really does look quite tricky. You've got a different array of lines the drivers are taking through here, and it really is a challenging place. What I'm amazed at though, when we're watching these drivers, is actually how detail focused they are. Just listening to some of the conversations in the paddock, and we're talking fractions of tenths of seconds all of the time. And it's amazing to listen to how these drivers are talking about setup and development of the kart and making sure that they can really make the most of their lap time. Just standing up here watching the assembly area and the drivers getting themselves ready. Really interesting to watch the different routines. Some of them talk to the mechanics, others jump in the kart nice and early, getting a focus, others standing around even talking to each other. It's really interesting watching the different drivers' preparation. And when you move up to other formula racing, so Formula 3, Formula 2, Formula 1, those rituals kind of continue, drivers getting in one side of the car or the other, and those are the kind of things that start with karting. Another little interesting nuance that I've learned today. Standing up on this brilliant viewing platform, I'm going to get a chance to see the karts coming out on the circuit now. The group we've just seen getting themselves ready in the assembly area, we're going to see them coming out onto track now. So we're getting to watch the karts coming out from the assembly area now, and up on this platform you do get a great view as we follow some of them through right the way to the other side of this old airfield circuit. Kimbolton Circuit is just like Silverstone in that way. It was an old airfield circuit that's been converted into a kart racing track, and they've had racing here for well over 50 years. Another thing you really get to notice is really very much a family affair. You see the drivers working with the rest of their families, preparing the karts, pushing them back from the paddock area here, having just completed their session. A couple of things I've noticed being here in the paddock are some of the names, one of which is the Wright Karts. That's been around for a long time. Lots of drivers growing up have used the Wright Karts. It's interesting to see a lot of Lando Norris karts around. Lando's got that kart brand now, and that seems very popular, lots of those. The other one that's really stood out to me is the name Fullerton. Those of you that might remember, Fullerton was one of the drivers who raced against Ayrton Senna in karting. And towards the end of Ayrton Senna's career, he was asked about some of the purest form of racing that he ever took part in. And he actually said that actually it was racing in karts against Fullerton. And that name adorns a lot of the karts and the clothing that the young people are wearing today. as well as some of the bigger setups I've talked about, there are those that just have a van and a kart, and it really is that family affair with everyone mucking in, having a go and being part of the racing. One of the things to really notice with the assembly area that you can hear behind me is the smoke and the smell. It's absolutely lovely. That two-stroke fuel, you can really smell it, and it really builds up the atmosphere to show you're at one of those kart races meetings, and it's kind of unique to this sport. It's absolutely lovely. The time here at Kimbolton Race Circuit has been absolutely brilliant. I've been loving learning a little bit more about karting, something I was involved in many years ago. If you've liked this short Formula Chat video, grab us a like and subscribe on our YouTube channel. Also remember, we are available on Apple Podcasts. David is on Formula Art and I'm at Rob Janer 83. We have another Formula Chat special following this, where David and I are going to be having a go at karting at Daytona and Milton Keynes. So look out for that one.